guys, and welcome back to my channel. So if you haven't noticed already, David Dobrik is pretty much back on YouTube. Now, for anyone who's asking, back from what? Well, he took a hiatus off of his over 18 million subscriber at the time YouTube channel in 2021 after a series of bad things started happening surrounding his vlogs and the Vlog Squad in 2017. The Vlog Squad are members of David's vlogs who would constantly appear as his group of friends doing skits and more to keep the vlogs interesting. So what happened after David went dark? Where are they now?
But before we get into it, I just wanted to talk about today's collaboration, which is with Lamiche Dermatology. I traveled all the way to South Korea to try out the skin clinic because it's where all the influencers that I've seen go to. The clinic was beautiful, it spanned across several floors, and they took this picture of my face with fancy machinery that went like to the deepest layers of my skin, and it was crazy to see how terrible my skin was. But then I had a consultation with the doctor and she came up with a specialized skin treatment for me. She didn't speak English, but I did have an interpreter in there with me the whole time, which was great. I felt very at ease. So I ended up getting an XLV laser, which helped zap away all of those spider veins, and it's also good for fine lines and pigmentation. I then got Ulthera in my double chin, which is why I have such a snatched jaw right now. And then I got skin Botox, which helps minimize your pores. It's not the same thing as regular Botox, so it doesn't like freeze your face. I just feel like I have such clear skin now, and this is what it looks like 2 weeks later. I did look a little crazy for like 48 hours after it, so if you do want to travel to Seoul for this treatment, take that into consideration. But I highly recommend this clinic if you are going to be traveling in South Korea for any skin treatments. Lamiche Dermatology, thank you so much. And yeah, now you can move on to the video.
Let's start off with what I think is the most drastic change, Big Nik. So a little bit of background, Nik was kind of a core addition to the Vlog Squad whenever he joined after he was already a pretty popular Viner. Now, in 2021, Nik went on the H3 podcast and talked about his experience on the Vlog Squad being mocked for his height and his disabilities. He said that he felt like a punching bag due to his dwarfism. And so now where is he? So Nik has like pivoted in the most unexpected direction of any of them, I would say. First of all, he goes by Nik Kiswani now, not Big Nik, and well, let him say it himself.
For me, to be honest, making this video is very painful. No, this is not clickbait. I'm starting over. The Lord confirmed with me that he wants me to make a new channel for my Christian content. I built this channel, Big Nik, off of secular comedy videos, and the altar in which I built this channel for was not dedicated towards God. I got saved in 2020 and became a born-again believer, following Jesus Christ with all my heart, mind, and soul. It's been an amazing past 3 years following Jesus, but it comes with sacrifice. So today I'm officially announcing that I will not be posting videos on this channel anymore.
So yeah, Big Nik makes Christian and gospel music now, and it's doing okay. His most viewed song has over 100,000 views, so he's definitely getting there. Alright, next we're gonna go with the most controversial and probably most disliked member of the Vlog Squad, and for good reason, Durte Dom. It all started going downhill after there were allegations of SA by an ex-fan named Ali. She was invited to the Vlog Squad to hang out, and Dom was inappropriately touching her and humping her, and she asked him to stop. These allegations weren't directed to David, but he facilitated the environment where it happened and then didn't address it. This was then followed in 2018 when even worse accusations of SA came out by a previous fan, Gabriella, of the behind the scenes of a deleted vlog that David posted where her and her friends were invited to hang out with the Vlog Squad. The joke in the vlog was that a bunch of girls had come over to Durte Dom's apartment to have a, quote, fivesome, which in reality was not the case, and it was just a bunch of fans going to David's house to meet them. So she later accused again Durte Dom of pressuring her to drink until she agreed to sleep with him and then SAing her. She also said that she gave consent to him to record a video of her on the condition that it wasn't shared, and he did indeed share it with the group chat. After that, Dom was demonetized, and we haven't heard pretty much from him since. Not that we want to. So where is he now? Well, he has a THC business called Gassy. I know, the entire page is outdated looking Twitter memes, but I guess it's working for him. He makes pretty cringe skits like this.
Gotta call all the girls I got pregnant to congratulate them with Mother's Day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got a few kids, you know?
That's lovely.
Yeah, I've been swinging my thing around, you know? Father's Day, they all call me, you know what I'm saying?
You got a favorite?
Yeah, this one girl,
I'm talking about your kids, but yeah, the girls.
And pretty much promotes e-commerce marketing. I don't really see any ties to David or any Vlog Squad members anymore, which makes sense. David pretty much cut all ties with him while all of this was going down. I'm not sure if they were just slowly falling apart or if this had a reason to why David cut him off. And next, someone who is also controversial, but in a totally different way, Jeff Wittek. So Jeff was a huge part of the Vlog Squad and was very good friends with David when he was in the vlogs, but an incident in 2020 shook things up. I will say that after all of the Durte Dom allegations, Jeff made a whole video recusing himself of any responsibility in a video called My Truth, where he attempted to distance himself from the Business Insider article that exposed Dom and claims that he bought drinks for the underage girls. He denied this, citing that Trisha is the only one who remembers him specifically bringing the drinks when everyone else remembers it was Todd. So maybe the signs were there already, I don't know. But anyway, in 2020, David is making a comeback video. He brings all of his friends out and they're doing some stunts. First, they do skydiving, which goes well. And next, he takes them out to a shallow lake and has this idea for them to hold on to an excavator as it spins them around above the water. Long story short, Jeff got life-altering injuries to his eye and skull that still caused him pain and required him to do more and more expensive surgeries. After this, many expected David, the person who was at fault and also the man who gives cars to literal strangers, to pay for Jeff's surgeries, but that wasn't the case. David would make little comments to shift responsibility onto Jeff and to indicate that this was all Jeff's idea and this wasn't David's fault that Jeff got these injuries. And so, to clear his name, Jeff released a documentary. Soon, David releases a regular vlog on YouTube that Jeff wasn't in, and he didn't address a single thing. Jeff started noticing over time that he didn't get any texts or check-ins from David, and he mentioned this on Patreon, which his fans leaked. Next, he came out with a podcast episode called Dear David, where he spilled all the tea.
But we're back, and I want to just talk about some stuff. I want to get through some points because I've been protecting this guy for so long, and there's so much more to the story than just him not texting me for a week after I had such a drastic surgery where I could have been blind. But I just didn't plan on that getting ripped because on Patreon we have that audience of maybe 100 people in a live stream where I feel like I could just talk more freely. It felt really good to get that off my chest. It felt good to get that out there. It felt good to hit that unfollow button. You know, I woke up from surgery, and a day goes by, no text from him. Another day goes by, no text. I look at his Instagram, because it's the first one that always fucking pops up, his algorithm or whatever, and it's just him like, oh, I'm so happy with my life right now, my vlogs and everything. And be like, hey, did you go blind or not from my actions? I just want to fucking tell the truth, finally. Like, I gave this motherfucker so many chances. Even now, a week later, I still haven't heard a peep. I've been posting shit on Instagram because it feels good. Because you fucked me so bad mentally and physically that, yeah, this is how I cope now.
He goes on to say David also didn't pay his medical bills as promised. Unfortunately, that still reigns true until today. They aren't on speaking terms at all, which honestly is extremely sad because David is still rich and still makes so much money and could easily just do the right thing. Plus, it seems like all the people Jeff was friends with in the Vlog Squad kind of stayed loyal to David. My personal theory on this is that David just wants to avoid legal liability by even paying for Jeff's surgeries. It might, show some sort of guilt on his part, which would make arguing his current legal battle with Jeff difficult. So then, in addition to the medical expenses that David would be paying, he might owe much greater damages for things like emotional suffering or pain and stuff like that, which could go into the tens of millions. So where is Jeff now? Jeff still has his podcast, Jeff FM, and his show, Jeff's Barbershop, has also grown and started selling products. And although he's still in pain and going through all these surgeries to this day, he isn't really wearing his eye patch and glasses anymore, and it looks like he's recovering. Next, we're going to be talking about the Girlies. Now, the most significant popular female members of the Vlog Squad are Liza, Koshy, Corinna Kopf, Carly and Santro, and Erin Guilfoy. Now, Liza left way before any big controversies hit her, as David and her ended their relationship in 2014, so there's no point really getting into her, but she has been in a couple of movies since and seems to be doing well. Corinna has become an extremely popular OnlyFans model and Twitch streamer, and she's still technically part of the Vlog Squad, and so not much to say about her. On the other hand, we have Carly and Erin, who were very much known as a pair, kind of like another pair, Zane and Heath, who we'll touch on later. They had a podcast while being in the vlogs, and that hasn't changed. In fact, their podcast, Only Friends, has grown more than ever. After all of the drama started taking place, they took a massive step back from the Vlog Squad. In 2023, Jason made a video surprising David with Carly and Erin, where they say that they haven't seen him since 2021, i.e. when all the drama broke out. And Jason says in the video,
"Today we're going to surprise him with you guys."
He'll cry.
I think he's going to be very, very happy, actually. He always talks about you guys. He's always gets sad. He goes, "Those guys are good vibes."
Since a few months ago, they do post a few vlogs here and there, but are mostly focused on their joint podcast and another podcast that they have with another former Vlog Squad member, Matt King, called Good Influences. I also remember that a few years back, they cut ties with Zane and Heath because they didn't show up to Erin's wedding because they didn't want to get vaccinated for COVID, which was a requirement for attendance at the time. Next, we have Todd Smith and Scotty Sire. So both of these guys were like proper OG members of the Vlog Squad and were there since the earliest days. During all of the SA allegations, Scotty even defended David online and tried to make a video like vouching for him. But anyway, so after that happened in 2021, I wouldn't say that Scott really isolated himself from David, but kind of did take a step back from the internet in general. He kept up his vlogging and doing his music videos and was focused on his rehab journey, vaguely appearing in David's Snapchat stories every once in a while. Now he's pretty much doing the same thing. About a year ago, he made a video called Vlog Squad Wedding, where their mutual friend Joe was getting married. David, Jason, and some other members were there, so I think it's safe to say that he's cool with all of them. Speaking of Todd, his story is very similar, where he also kind of went dark when everyone else did. And right now, he's mostly active on Instagram. He owns a clothing brand named Gothic Mochas, and he's really into fitness. Unlike Scotty, though, he isn't so huge on YouTube anymore. I mean, don't get me wrong, he still has over 1 million subscribers, but he isn't super dedicated and doesn't have a consistent posting schedule. His last video was of Heath's bachelor party several months ago. Bringing us to last but not least, Heath and Zane. So like I mentioned, these two were kind of remembered in a pair because of their unique dynamic. I'm pretty sure they had already started a podcast while they were still a part of the Vlog Squad, so when everyone went dark, they kind of transitioned to that full time. They are both still very much friends with David being present at Heath's wedding, whereas people like Big Nik, Dom, and Jeff were not. Heath and Zane have a very successful podcast called Zane and Heath Unfiltered. I think compared to all the other post-Vlog Squad podcasts, it's the most popular podcast with over 1 million YouTube subscribers alone. They also have another podcast with Alicia Murray and Remy Ashton called Basically Unfiltered, and that's going really well as well. So guys, that has been an update to do with everyone in the Vlog Squad except David, of course. David is back on posting on YouTube and has been surviving on Snapchat, pretty much pretending like nothing happened, so we will have to keep an eye on that. Are there any other old groups or YouTubers that you would want me to dive into that used to be popular on YouTube? Or are there any YouTubers that you would like to see an update on? Let me know in the comments down below. As always, feel free to leave this video a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any new tea spills from us. And for now, here is some eye bleach.